journey starts, a moment of truth, a shift in heart. Together we rise, together we stand, with courage and love, we change the land, bringing hope, inspiring change. Every voice, every dream, we light the way, with words of power.
Hey, Mark. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday before the big holiday. Next week is a big holiday. Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Friday to you and to everyone who's watching. I hope
Hey,
you trusting your trust is growing every day.
that's it. Trust in each other, trust in ourselves, trust in God. I think that's what it's all about. That's coming to that place where we are able to go beyond ourselves and really lean on others. That's what community is about. And that's our lives are shaped by community.
Yeah, yeah, and also trusting yourself that you will make the right decision, and just like I think from the Old Testament that it too shall pass, and you'll be in a different place. And I there's a lot of wisdom in that in those words.
Absolutely. Well, here we are. We're in June. It's June 27th. Like we were saying, next weekend, a lot of us are celebrating a big holiday. But throughout the summer, we see everybody doing this and doing that. And a lot of times we celebrate, but we're like, man, I wish I could go and do that. I've talked to a few people lately who, they want to be happy for others, but they also want to go themselves, and they're just
Mhm.
not in a place to do that right now. So, I've always heard that phrase, "bloom where you're planted." What are
Yes.
some ways? Yeah, what are some ways, Mark? Maybe someone feels stuck this summer and and maybe they don't have a dashing gold tie and beautiful royal blue shirt like you do on, um, and you know they're they're depressed. A lot of times we talk about sad seasonal affective disorder, but the opposite's true for some people as well in the summers. Even with all this vitamin D, people still go through that time of depression, melancholy. What are some
Mhm.
things we can do right now when there's so much more sun, um, to feel better about ourselves and maybe to get our life back on track? What's something we can do in the summer that maybe we can't do in the winter?
One thing too that I have found, and just not maybe found, but discovered. Every time I spend time on social media, I get deflated and depressed. Every time I go outside and turn off the devices and the notifications, I feel happier. I feel happier, and I don't even care that I missed some social media, another party or another thing to do. So that's one thing. And it's crazy. And then I miss social media for a day, two, three on some platforms, and I feel better. I feel better. So I feel that social media is not a friend to make us happier. It actually, I think it's designed to keep us miserable because it turns the engine of revenue for founders of that platform. That's what I'm thinking. Turn off the socials and live your life. And I think another big one is um, become a better friend. When you become a better friend, your friends become better with you. And don't quit a relationship just because you hit a rough patch.
Yes, especially an enduring friendship. So many times it would be easy to just say, I'm done. They did this. It's the last straw. That's my last time. I'm not putting up with that any longer. You know, but I remember too that we are supposed to be humble. We're supposed to forgive. And especially if we're journeying through life with someone, we've got to have a little bit of compassion. We've got to have a bit of mercy, and we've got to realize that we ourselves are not perfect. And a lot of people, we forget that we have, our outside images, but none of us are perfect. None of
Mm.
us. And we need to acknowledge that humanity that's in each of us, not as an excuse, but as a commonality. When we look at each other in our similarities instead of our differences, um, especially in times like that, we're able to see beyond, and we're able to really, I think, connect deeply with someone and with ourselves as we're connecting with them. It's a cool dichotomy how all of that works as we intersect, but that's the human experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we fight, not in a way that we get angry. We fight for the relationships that matter to us. Um, Also, sometimes like if somebody said something or did something you don't like, just give it a week, give it a week, give it a month, and see what happens. There's no need to
That's
cancel each other or cancel the relationship. Do you remember those things? There was this cancel culture. We're going to cancel this and that, and
Yes.
it, I felt it actually did more damage
When you
than.
put your energy, yes, when you put your energy into systemically being against someone else, where your energy is going on division, teardown, it becomes part of your psyche. It becomes part of your person. That negativity, it remains, and I believe it stains us. And it takes a while for us to wash it from our habits, from our perceptions, and so we have to be intentional in how we engage with other people like that, even if we don't think it will affect us, even if we think we're hiding behind the veil of social media. If you're thinking that, if you're putting that energy out to someone that you've never met, could you be holding back um, maybe pent up emotion with those around you that you don't feel comfortable letting it out? All these ways that we can shift our our issues onto someone else, and also those energies. So so be mindful of how when we come against something, we're able to then you know respond in the right way. We want to act, not react. Isn't that what we say?
Yeah, when respond, not react. It's so hard sometimes because I want to respond. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell them how I feel. I'm gonna take them to the cleaners or whatever the kids say these days.
I'll show them.
Yeah, I'll show them. Oh, that's why I need a friend. That's why I need a friend now. So you can call a friend and say, "Hey, I've been this has been having this just this thing is just taking over my life," and that's why we need a friend. That's why we need to make more friends or uh, reconnect with the ones we had. I think we as a right now worldwide, I think is a big problem. We don't know how to stay and be good friends. Um, we tell, and I don't tell, but don't tell other people's secrets. Be honorable and live with integrity. And you have great friends. And this
That's
is what life is about. This is, it's going to contribute to your longevity. It's going to contribute to your sense of belonging in a community. Um, keep the boundaries. Check in. Say, hey, am I being a good friend? Oh, I'm serious. Am I being a good friend? Somebody gonna look at you and say, "What? Of course you're a good friend." But no, I'm serious. I mean, have I been a good friend to you? Like what is your experience? And this is not so you can have so you keep score, but this is just to have a
right.
conversation. Like, hey, I value this relationship. Have I been a good friend? and then stop
You can
talking
be
and then start
objective. You can be objective then. And it's
yeah.
important for us to evaluate ourselves. It's so important for us to evaluate, am I being truly the person that I expect others to be? And also, am I being who I want to be at the end of the day? Am I proud of who I've been this day when I lay my head down to sleep? And if I'm not, what can I do differently tomorrow? How can I respond tomorrow differently than I responded today? And with me, that's usually what it is I just say, um, I I just let people know how I feel, and I'm very articulate with it. But and so there's no way I can typically go back and say, well, I didn't mean that, because I absolutely meant that, and they know I meant that. But
Yeah.
it's that's what I have worked on in the last few years, and I've seen more success with that. But I used to have to be right instead of just being a friend. If you are out there and with your family, and I know I just hit a nerve there. With your family, if you are constantly bickering with someone, you guys know I don't talk to most of my family. They don't like me at all. And I used to struggle with that. I fretted with that. I begged for interaction and acceptance and contact. And you know what? I'm a good dude. At the end of the day, if they don't choose to be around me at this point in my life, that's their choice. And I hope if they're watching this, they hear that. That's your choice. I love you guys. But if you want to be in my life, show me. I showed you I did. And it's on you now. Love you. And I really do.
What an interesting take today. What an interesting twist. Every time we get together, there's always a twist. So,
Hey, well, guess
Nick,
what? I've got another twist for you.
go ahead. Go ahead. What
Yes,
is it?
sorry. I've got some, and I put this in the description, some exciting news. Um, I've been deciding what to do next. I consider getting another degree. I've been working on, building some businesses, nonprofits, that kind of thing. And I've decided to, instead of, and all of those things are going to continue. Everything's going well there. But, you know, where's the end date? What's the end goal? What are my goals? What are my dreams? I'm going to sail around the world with my friend Danny in 5 years. I'm going to sell everything and sail around the world. Um, yeah, and I'm excited about it.
This this is incredible news. This is incredible news. Um, Man, this is the best thing I heard today.
I'll definitely get in shape.
Well, I mean, what is shape? I don't know. What is shape?
I definitely have one. It's round.
Oh, that gets me every time. Um, you know,
Well, that's,
it's
but no, as a chance to really see the world from a different lens. We see social media. We're immersed with our propaganda that people want us to have. We see what others want us to see.
yes.
And my experience when I've been abroad has been that what I thought of a country is nothing like what it's actually like there. And
Oh man, this is gonna be great. This is gonna
and
this is
besides all the crazy stuff that's happened in my life, this will just be another amazing chapter to that book. One day it'll be a bestseller for real. But I'm excited. Carnegie Hall again now. And then that 5 years, got the Royal Philharmonic, this winter. it's awesome.
So let me just ask. So in 5 years, you'll be sailing, or you're gonna start sailing now for the next 5 years? I just want to be
In 5 years, that's my 5 year goal. Is between now and the next 5 years, I'm going to be built because it's quite a substantial investment to get a 50-foot boat and things like that. You know, gonna do what we need though to make that happen, and save, work, and then have the adventure of a lifetime.
well. I it's it's just I have no words. Just awe, just an awe.
Well, he does streaming as well, and we're considering how we could outfit it so that I can stream playing piano, and then for our broadcast, and then we'll both be working on writing as well. So pretty cool.
That's incredible. That's incredible. This is something that
Because he was in the Navy. He was in the Navy, so that's the good part of this.
is probably going to inspire a lot of people. Possibly,
Yep.
but you're not doing it for to inspire others. You're doing it for yourself, right? For
Right. But if we happen to inspire others along the way, we want to share with people our journey, our friendship, and just the solidarity and how people can overcome any life circumstance um, by believing they can, and by in living the change they need. So, yeah. But
you know,
anyway, Mark, thank you so much.
if you can do it, I mean, if anyone, it's you who can do it.
Well, I think great, over the next few years to build up some publicity about it and that sort of thing, and then just get to be able to go around and share our journey and go ahead, and by us preparing now, it won't be, last minute. We'll be able to prepare ahead of time, kind of our agenda and things like that so that we can, make good things happen.
This is amazing. Thank you for sharing, Nick. This is truly is a this is
Absolutely.
unbelievable news. Great news.
What's a bucket list if you're not going to do it? The only other thing I really want to do is ride a hot air balloon.
You can do that in Kissimmee, Florida.
There you go. Well, well, thanks again, Mark. Um, Tell me what if you could sit down with someone that's just stopped in randomly and watched our broadcast today. If you could tell them anything, um, they don't know us from Adam. They don't know about our books, or that they don't know us. What would you say to them right now?
I would say thanks for stopping by. Number one, and second, I would say there is a very uncomfortable thing that has presented itself to you. Take that chance. Don't overthink. Um, there's a there's this challenge that everyone has, and it's uncomfortable. And I say, do it. Do it. Figure out the consequences later. I mean, do it legal, everything legal. But just whatever is most uncomfortable for you right now, do that. Just say yes, and then figure out what did I just get myself into. And I feel that that is going to be the answer to a lot of things. First, you help somebody else. Second, you grow, and you can have a cool story afterwards.
That's that's like the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. And then you can write your best-selling book and give a TED talk. No, I'm kidding. It will
You
coach
could,
you then. But
you
anyway,
could,
no, thank you guys. Have a good day. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next week. Don't think about 5 years from now. Think about today. enjoy it. Look out. Remember, you've been given another day. And this day might not be going the way you wanted, but the cool thing is you have the chance to change. You can affect your outcome, your energy, your attitude, your endurance, your compassion, your empathy, your sympathy. All those mold together to make you uniquely you. So as you intersect with other people, know that a lot of people are screwed up, but we need each other. Encourage each other, see each other, and be the change you want to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.